Hi, thanks for watching. Today I've got a brand new book, fresh off the presses, um, or should I say off the electronic presses. A little note to publishers, if you think your book is going to be popular, you need to get more copies to the bookstore. This sold out immediately here in Portland. I had to get the Kindle, and with the Kindle I can't walk around with it under my arm and start conversations like I could with the hardcover. But whatever. It is what it is. I'm speaking about Michael Wolff's Fire and Fury. And what a juicy read this is. This was a lot of fun. Whether you love or hate Trump, I think most of it is believable, whether it's true or not. One of the things that struck me is, where did he get these quotes from? That's the most amazing thing. For example, here it is on Inauguration Day. Trump is just coming off the podium. It says, when he came off the podium after delivering his address, he kept repeating, "Nobody will forget this speech." So I guess he was there at the podium, right? George W. Bush on the dais supplied what seemed likely to become the historic footnote to the Trump address. Quote, "That's some weird shit." Oh, I don't know where he got this quote from. I'd never heard it before. It's hilarious and it's very apropos. But that's kind of one of the themes through the whole book, is he seemingly has this fantastic access to inside everyone's mind. Here's one about Bannon. But Steve Bannon was satisfied. He could not have hoped to draw a more vivid line between the two Americas, Trump's and the liberals, and between his White House and the White House inhabited by those not yet ready to burn the place down. Why did he do this on a Friday when it would hit the airports hardest and bring out the most protesters? Almost the entire White House staff demanded to know. And this is about the so-called Muslim travel ban. Quote, that's why, said Bannon. Quote, so the snowflakes would show up at the airports and riot, end quote. That was the way to crush the liberals, make them crazy, and drag them to the left. And, you know, that's one of the things that I saw most in this book. There is so much of Steve Bannon through this entire book. I think he's probably the source of half of it. You're reading what Steve Bannon wants you to read. I don't think any of these quotes from him got out. You know, these were all intentional. He wanted to do all of this, and why he did, you know, that's yet to be seen. But that's one of the takeaways. This is here the author gets inside the mind of Trump. He has a long-time fear of being poisoned. One reason he likes to eat at McDonald's. Nobody knew he was coming, and the food was safely pre-made. What a great thing for eating such unhealthy crap, right? They're trying to poison me, so I need to eat this garbage. It's great. In fact, he gets into his, speaking of eating all of that, Trump has little or no interest in the Central Republican goal of repealing Obamacare. An overweight 70-year-old man with various physical phobias. For instance, he lied about his height to keep from having a body mass index that would label him as obese. Oh, that's fantastic. It's rich. I totally understand what that's like. I would like to put on another inch or two and get into a better category. But on a side note, we all know BMI is a bunch of BS. But these are all great quotes. One of my favorites here is, "They take everything I've ever said and exaggerate it," said the president in his first week in the White House during the late night call. Quote, "It's all exaggerated. My exaggerations are exaggerated." Oh, man. that's the thing with this book, is whether you hate Trump with a passion, or you're a total fanboy and you love him, you can see him saying most of these things. Uh, and that doesn't mean any of this is true, but you want it to be true. You want to believe, you know. Um, like so, but there was various topics. I'm not going to go into each of the subjects. I could just read off the table of contents, but who cares? This was a fun little piece, and it you totally believe it. This is about Hope Hicks. Hicks sat in Trump Tower with Trump and his sons, worrying about Lewandowski's treatment in the press and wondering aloud if she might help him. Trump, who otherwise seemed to treat Hicks in a protective and even paternal way, looked up and said, quote, "Why? You've already done enough for him. You're the best piece of tail he's ever had, or he'll ever have," sending Hicks running from the room. If he said that, what an ass, right? But you can totally see him saying that. That's you can totally see that, and those are always the best kinds of lies. I'm not saying these are lies. I don't know if any of this happened or not, but this quote had to come from somewhere. I doubt it came from Trump. I doubt it came from Hicks, and the only two other people in the room were his sons. So I don't know who's leaking these quotes. But it's a totally believable quote, that's for sure. I did find it interesting in the acknowledgments at the end. He's thanking, he says, "And my lawyers, Kevin Morris and Alex Cunner, have patiently pushed this project forward. A libel reading can be like a visit to the dentist, but my long experiences, no libel lawyer is more nuanced, sensitive, and strategic than Eric Raymond. Once again, almost a pleasure." Thanking his libel lawyer in a book like this is just rich. It's totally rich. In one of his writer's notes, this is how he kind of explains it. "Most of the accounts of what has happened in the Trump White House are in conflict with one another. Many in Trumpian fashion are badly untrue. Through sources I have come to trust, settled on a version of events I believe to be true. I have also relied on off-the-record interviews." That's great. He's using off-the-record interviews for sources. Isn't the point of off the record that it's off the record, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm not understanding everything about it, but that's fun. It's a really fun read. You totally believe all the nonsense. In reading this, you think, how the hell were they ever elected? How did this come into be? It's just such a ride. It's incredible. I saw this morning, Business Insider put up a story. The author of the explosive new Trump book says he can't be sure if parts of it are true. Well, that's a great statement, right? Stick by what you said. Stick by what you wrote, right? Trump tweeted, "I authorized zero access to the White House, actually turned him down many times for author of phony book. I never spoke to him for book, full of lies, misrepresentations, and sources that don't exist. Look at this guy's past and watch what happens to him and Sloppy Steve." Again, perfect. And that probably that tweet probably doubled sales. Oh, it's hilarious. Lastly, if you ever get a chance, one of the best things to do is to read Amazon reviews. Now, unfortunately here, Amazon is deleting reviews of a controversial book about Donald Trump. And that's really too bad. They did the same thing when Hillary's book came out. There were a lot of really funny reviews that were posted. a lot of 1-star reviews, and they were hilarious. And they all got deleted. I think 800 in a day or something. And they're doing the same thing with this book. And then, yeah, shockingly, right now it has 5 stars because they're immediately deleting any review that's not a 5-star. No agenda there whatsoever. But that's my initial look at the book. I think it's kind of fun. If you get a chance, whether you hate him or love him, I think you're going to get a big kick out of the book, and I think you do get an insight into Steve Bannon, because I think this is coming straight from Steve Bannon. But anyway, let me know what you think of the book in the comments below. Peace.
Thanks for watching my video. Please click the like button and subscribe for more. I appreciate you being open to my ideas, and I'm open to reading yours in the comments below. Peace.